Hello and welcome everyone to the very first episode of the very first season of our little Crusader Kings 3 series, Tales of the Brave. So I wanted to get back into making Crusader Kings 3 videos, Crusader Kings 3 content, and last time with Quarantania Rises there was a couple of issues. First of all, we had some problems with mods, and then I also felt it dragged a bit on. The way I love to play Crusader Kings 3 and also how I want to make content is very in-depth role-playing. I really want to play as the characters and not just have a goal inside and we min-max to get there as fast as possible. I want to tell stories of the characters we have. So this is the idea for this whole series. For Tales of the Brave, we are going to focus on one character at a time. So each season will just focus the life of one character. That can be 2 episodes, that can be 10 episodes, depending on how long they live. We're going to play them as they would play themselves, as they would live their lives themselves. But yeah, once they die, that season is over, and then we go to the next character. I have quite a list of characters I want to play, and we're just gonna work from there. The first one will be the woman you see on the screen right now, Breta. Breta is a shieldmaiden, a Viking woman, a shieldmaiden. She's ambitious, she's brave, she's gregarious, she's a brilliant strategist, and again, she's a shield maiden. She is a fighter. The backstory of hers is she was together with Björn Ironside and with the other sons of Ragnarr Loðbrók. She was in England to avenge Ragnar's death, and now she's back in Sweden. And all this fighting kind of triggered something in her. While she was overseas, she got this urge to do more, to not just go back to Sweden and be there and live her life and then maybe go on raids or something. She wants more. She wants more. So she started a band, if you will, a troupe that has basically the sole purpose of adventuring, plundering probably, and eventually maybe having her own settlement, her own county, duchy, kingdom even maybe, depending on what the gods decide to do with her. And that is the premise. That is the start of our campaign. Now, the roads we walk. The path ahead stretches on, a lonely winding thread twining towards the distant horizon. My camp is quiet. Just a few scattered tents and pack animals yawning in the breeze. Strangers and hangers-on rise with the day, preparing for their morning chores with reluctance. Most are the miscellaneous chaff that flit in and out of a group on the road with each new settlement. Few faces catch my eye as ones I recognize, at least in more than passing. Now, we have 2 options here, basically. We're not going to go with the diplomacy. She's not a diplomatic person. She can talk, but it's more like the inspiring stuff, not the actual, like, excelling at diplomacy. So what we can do is, we could go with Hafrithr, sorry, who is gregarious, so we like that. Patient, paranoid, tough fighter. And with Thjostolfr, the berserker. Ooh, that's very cool. He's humble, stubborn, and vengeful. Okay. Those two are more on the martial side. And then we have two fighters. Jatwadr. He's sadistic, wrathful, forgiving. Misguided warrior, but he has quite the prowess. And he's an organizer. And then we also have Ögmundr. He's just, sadistic, trusting. Okay, that is an interesting combination. He's strong. He's a Hasteluder. He's a defender and he's a skilled tactician. Now. What do we rather need? So from the personalities and stuff, I feel like these two are more what we would want. But Ögmundr is quite strong. Ögmundr is on his own is very valuable for us. But I think I'm gonna go with I'm gonna roll a d4. So for those who have watched the Carantania Rises campaign, whenever I cannot decide, I will let the dice, well, I will let the gods, I will let fate decide, basically. So if I roll a 1 or a 2, we go with this will be an army someday, and if I roll a 3 or 4, we will go with at least I count some good scrappers. And I roll a 4. That means we take Jatwadr and Ögmundr on our troop. Very nice. Okay. That means, do we have someone for anything? Ögmundr can be our second. That is very, very good. Yes. And obviously both of them, or at least for now, will be my bodyguards. Very nice. Okay. We don't have a caravan master so far, but that is okay. What do we have? Criminal contracts available. Yeah, the contract is fine. We have 2 champions now. Let's start with the lifestyle. Now, do we want to go down here? Or do we want to go down here? I think Commander is something that could be interesting. This is something maybe for later. Yeah, we're definitely going to go down Vigor here. I'm using the mod more lifestyles, or what it's called. I'm gonna also put down my mod list in the description below, so you guys know. There's only a couple of mods I use, not that many. One of the more important ones for me is in my humble opinion, I think it is, where we can see our character's opinion of someone else. Because yeah, that is something I like to use for role playing. So it's easier for me to decide, okay, my character likes this character, then I'll be more lenient on what they do, or I'll be more yeah, friendly towards them. Okay, camp purpose. Question is, no, we're not, I don't think we are swords for hire. She likes to explore, but she also really likes to fight, so I think we're just gonna become freebooters. Just like this, okay. That's that, we have no air, that is fine. We do like Ögmundr, sorry. Although he's everything we want in a man, right? Should we? start to seduce him or romance him. I think we're gonna leave that for now and instead just get rolling, get to know our people first, and then whenever we have some moments with Ögmundur, with some sorry, I'm lacking the word here, some intimacy, I guess, some events, that's the word, I'm so sorry. If we have some events with Ögmundur, we can maybe go down the romance path with him. Okay, we determine our gods, and obviously we are going with, is it? No, it is Ullur. Hunter, warrior, agent of glory. Agent of glory. Martial by 3, movement speed in province of winter plus 50%. That is very, very nice. Good. And then for our first contract, we hunt criminals. Let's go. And we take the entire camp with us because nothing will keep us in Uppland for long. We are on the road anyways. Bring me his head. We first meet Moxie the Depraved in the rolling plains of Östergötland. Breta's hermitage spread out towards and around his own little band of near-dwellers. All of us tensed and ready for bloodshed. Would that we hadn't met under such inauspicious circumstances, Breta, for I have no quarrel with you, opines Moxie. Alas, I fear you intend to follow your duty to its bitter end. A terrible stillness overcomes our assembled forces. No one quite willing to break the silence for fear of what might come after. We could get Moxie on our side. I think that is, yeah. We can Gallows Bait, whatever really. We're probably gonna go down the Marauder anyways. But having Moxie in our troop, I mean, he's melancholic and flatulent for whatever reason, but he's a pillager, he's a blade master, he's a brilliant strategist. Yeah. You know, I admire a fellow man of will. He's now part of us. Of our troop. Special failure. Scheme failed. Moxie the Depraved responds surprisingly well to my offer, and after we get to talking, I'm able to convince him that not only am I genuine, but that I can offer a better, brighter future for both him and his entire band. Consequently, the lot of them have joined Breta's hermitage. Of course, Chieftain Rickhofer, yeah, may not forgive me for betraying his trust, but ultimately I solved the problem in my own way, did I not? Yeah. Rickhofer can go and hang for all I care. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Why are we going here now? No one said we wanted to go here. Okay. Good, but... diplomacy scheme, intrigue scheme, that is not our strength. Since we are not really welcomed here, obviously, I think we... Hold on, can you be a Karen? You can be a great Karen Master, that is great, that is awesome. That is actually awesome. Okay, pair armies, stock up for travels, improve skills, sure. Okay, since we're now obviously not very welcome here, we just travel down here. We scout for talent, obviously. quality skis. I love that. Yeah, and the rest is fine. We just do that. We just go south for a bit to see. Oh wait, we can go back to him as well. Okay, well, let's see. Won't be missed. As we continue through Hexby, my eye catches an elaborately decorated tomb amidst a network of common graves. The tomb appears to be cracked open. Just within its mouth, I see the glimmer of some unknown treasure. None but my party appear to be around, and surely whomever once owned the contents of this tomb would not cast judgment on me for taking what could go otherwise unused, right? Yeah, since we're ambitious, I'm sure nobody would notice, even though that was a crime. That is absolutely fine. Okay. Well, he doesn't like us. But he has another problem, so... You know? Why not? Why not accept another contract of his? Alright. On travels, we meet the Hermit. A grotto emerges from the vegetation like a stone arch in a cathedral. On its entry, there's a small wooden table and a stall. Someone has left a lantern burning on it. Careful, boss. Moxie holds his arm up in front of my chest. There are bandits in these lands. You're quick to make accusations. A dimly illuminated figure stands in the entrance of the cave. I'm merely a hermit, and you, well, you carry the title of the boss. Are we gregarious? We're gregarious, right? Sure, how fortunate. Please tell me about my future. The hermit takes a second before replying. He gets up and waits until I follow. There's some herbs scattered around and what seems to be a rudimentary bed. He turns to me when we are away from my entourage and, with an oddly deeper voice, replies, "You shall find that who seeks." How insightful. How oddly insightful. Okay. Who are you? I came across a woman while passing through Stakehorn. She is impatient and taps her foot as I approach. I'm tired of getting kicked around like a dog. No one respects me here. Everyone laughs as soon as Thurether is uttered, fools. Witches, wenches, gah. I get so mad, I must get out of here. I'm a master of my craft, she says with conviction. With me on your side, you'll be unbeatable. She's craven, shy, impatient, misguided warrior, hunter, pillager. We don't like her. No, we don't like her and she's quite useless, so hit the road, you useless bandit. Alright, tired muscle. My needs are simple, explains Rikufer, who does not like us because we broke the contract, but hey. There are certain thorns in the rose of Söderköping, and I would have you remove these prickly characters. I can't be seen to remove them directly, so you're going to deal with them for me. I draw a thumb across my neck quizzically. No, clarifies my employer. No serious budget, just keep them silent without killing them, till they understand what it is to disrespect the chieftain. Seems simple enough. Okay. Okay. Remember, we're here to earn. We go with this. Do we have... Yeah, let's have... No, wait. %89% is good enough, right? So we make this faster. That's right. That's fine. Right? That will be fine. Bad water. While resting during our travels, we were resting when Ögmundur went to search for some water. It seems he is really thirsty and didn't have enough water saved up in his water skin. Unfortunately, we realized too late that the water Ögmundur drew from looked like standing water. Many are aware that standing water, such as those found in marshes and wetlands, are often dangerous for drinking. Perhaps he was too eager or thirsty and wasn't thinking straight. Anyways, Ögmund is already feeling a little sick. You fool. Minor health penalty. Okay, that's fine. That's not too bad. Lay of the land. None in my camp are intimately familiar with the terrain in Östergötland, and such lands are not to be trifled with. It is for this reason that I find myself standing in front of a local guide, bartering for services to be rendered. It's no joke out there, he offers, drawing air in through gritted teeth. A theatrically worried gesture. You need either these maps or my services. I can tell you that for free. He's right, but there's something about his demeanor that makes me hesitate. Because he's a witch and a seducer. Do we know that he's a witch, though? Would we know that? No, right? It's just... he's not really a great guy. Sure, we need your help getting through these areas. Well guided. That's good. Very nice. Alright, there's another contract here. Ambush travelers. That is fine. There's something we could do. And now we just wait for this to go up. So yeah, 89% is fine enough. So that's why I like having someone be in the scheme phase length, so it just gets done faster. Okay, follow against nickname. Jatwadr the Stranger. Interesting. Okay, let's seize the moment. Success. Wonderful job, Breta. The Garden of Söderköping is blissfully silent, and I can rest a little easier at night. He tosses me a pouch of silver. Please stay with us the next time you're passing through the area. I'm sure we can find suitable lodging. Not to mention suitable employment for such an enterprising old freebooter. We're not old. We're 28. We've a long path ahead of us. Very nice. Okay. But I do not want... Oh, okay. Well, we have to go home, I guess. Okay, then we move here. A willing follower. Ilyana. I came across a woman while passing through Uppvidinge. She is friendly and laughs as I approach. Odin be with you, I'm Ilyana, the resident healer and herbalist of Uppvidinge. Locals turn to me to treat with what ails them. Broken bones, rashes, I even deliver children from time to time. My passion for health and the humus fill me with wanderlust I desire to explore. Take mercy upon poor, useless me, she grovels. I'll do anything for a coin, I'll even empty the latrines with a smile. She's gregarious. But she's a terrible physician. We do like her though. Sure, let's get her in. We can always make her leave again. Okay, next contract. Nuding is bedeviled by robbers, outlaws, and wanderers of all kinds. Proficient fighters are sought urgently. Direct all dealings to the chieftain of Nuding. Sure. I mean, we're already there. Preying on travelers. The Earthmunder Must be a truly careless chieftain. Imagine putting out a notice begging for help like that and not expecting to attract more trouble. His loss our gain. My band and I have already begun scouting out the busiest back roads to begin laying ambushes. It seems the most natural route to harass is the Nuding Shelland road. We'll rob these merchants and travelers blind and flee into the night as quickly as we came. I can practically smell the coin. We move as one. Tyke. Around midday we catch up to a caravan we've been trailing for days. At their front is Tyke, at least according to my scouts, leading the rest along their winding way. Though their leading man wears finer clothing than most of the rest of his throng, it's clear that ultimately he's a virtual nobody. Whatever coin he has on him, he's likely all the money he has in the world. Breta's Hermitage only await my signal to attack. Okay. No, we charge. We charge these fools. Yeah, very nice. He started holding a grudge, that is absolutely fine. Just before lights end, we begin to approach the tail end of a long train. At the front is Tyke, at least according to... Again. Okay. Well, he hates us even more now, I guess. Okay. Who says travel is harsh, difficult and dangerous? From the point of view of Breta's Hermitage, it seems a rather easy, fairly profitable endeavor. With our saddlebags weighed down by coin, we gladly, if suspiciously, arrive in Sjelland, our spirits high and our purses fat. Let us simply hope that none of our victims catch up to us before we leave. Roads truly are the wellspring of all wealth. Very nice. Instructor of Knights we can do. I mean, that's definitely something we could do. That is definitely something we could do. Okay. Our camp. What do we wanna upgrade? Master of Arms officer is definitely something that we are looking for. So I think we're gonna start doing that for now. And Gallows Spade Scum. Okay. Okay. Very nice. What do we we're reckless. That is fine. None of those give us anything for any what's it called? Any men-at-arms. So that is fine. Alright. Yeah, you also be the stooge, please. Thank you. Advanced research, monthly lifestyle. What is your lifestyle? Can we see that? No. Well, misguided warrior, I guess. Every month his character has a chance of gaining novice physician trait. Yeah, sure, let's do that. Please do that. Maybe she gets better then. Okay, good. Before we accept this contract here, this will be the end for the very first episode. I'm glad we can finally start this again. This is the start of a little, yeah, set of mini-series, if you will, which we will do, like, we start now, and then we also go through, when, I Got Alone comes out, the big, huge expansion that is coming up at the end of September. We just adapt to that, see where we are with the run we're in when that comes out. But overall, yeah, this is what I want to do for now with Crusader Kings 3. We are gonna have weekly uploads. So every, I think it will be Friday. if I'm not mistaken, every Friday you will see a new episode of this series. So I hope you are as excited as I am. I lied, it won't be Friday, it will be Thursdays. Friday is still reserved for Menace from the Deep, I want to say. So yeah, every Thursdays you will see new episodes of this. I hope you enjoy. I definitely did enjoy this first episode, and I can't wait to continue. So thank you everyone for watching. Appreciate your support. See you in the next episode. Until then, bye bye.